Hello, this is Nitin Dahad with the Times, and
Aalyia Shaukat with EDN.
nice to come together on this end of day one at CES in Las Vegas. We have actually had a couple of media days already, and I posted stuff from on the Times already. But officially, this is the first day. What's it been like for you, Aalyia?
Very good. A lot on software-defined vehicles and IoT and implementing AI at the edge. But what about you, Nitin?
So, I've obviously been here a couple of days with the media days, and obviously the big keynote yesterday was from Nvidia, from Jensen Huang, but also you've got keynotes from Delta, but you had the press briefings from AMD and a couple of other. So there's been quite a few big announcements. But how can you not talk about the Nvidia keynote? So, apart from queuing for 2 hours, or as you say in America, standing in line for 2 hours, and then going through airport-style security in the Michelob Ultra Stadium at the Mandalay Bay here. I think for my British viewers, I call Jensen Huang the Robbie Williams of the tech industry. But really, showmanship is his thing, and obviously the Nvidia market cap as a result of the keynote has gone way up again. The key thing I think from that, there were a lot of announcements, but I guess it's Nvidia locking people into an ecosystem again. Beyond CUDA, which is like the models, the foundation models for the world, and then the humanoid robotics and the automotive robotics, and then the partnerships. The other thing I think quite interesting is all the different partnerships, and it's not just Nvidia, lots of companies and how they're building partnership ecosystems. And I was with Qualcomm last night, and Nakul Duggal on the automotive side, but also we were here at Synaptics and talking to them about some of the stuff they're doing on Edge AI and IoT. Yeah. But it's all about building the ecosystems, the partnerships, because you need the hardware, the software, but you need the partners and stuff like that.
Yes, right. And you were just talking about Synaptics. They're partnering with Google to integrate MLIR in their Astra core. And you have a lot of these partnerships going on as well. Well, there's a lot of talk about Matter and Matter over Wi-Fi and Matter over Thread, and how these technologies are allowing more interoperability in a landscape that is fraught with so many different protocols and so many different vendors, and so there's a lot of adoption happening, or will be, with both of them, Matter over Wi-Fi and Matter over Thread, and they both seem to complement each other. I had an interview with Daniel Cooley, CTO of SI Labs, and he spoke on this quite a lot.
Yeah, he's good at that. We've spoken to him a few times at E-Times, and he's usually good at telling us the story there. So that's good. I think we'll look forward to reading what you're going to be writing about that as well. But the other thing I think is AI and automotive is really, I think, for me, the key thing.
Good to see you.
Hey, and we have Michael Hurlston.
How are you, sir?
So, Michael, hello. How are you?
I'm doing great, Nitin. It's super to see you. I just wanted to photobomb your interview.
Okay.
Okay. Did I do it successfully?
You did it.
Okay. Very well.
Thank you.
Very well. Good to see you. Good to see you.
That was Michael Hurlston, CEO of Synaptics. I think AI and automotive, I think the key things. Edge AI. I spoke to Siva today, and some of the stuff they're doing with Edge Impulse, for example, and the ultra wideband, and even the Wi-Fi on the headsets, and using Wi-Fi for expanded bandwidth on the headsets. So that was quite interesting. I went over to Navitas as well, and they showed me a lot of the stuff that they're doing with GAN and SICK on. Everything from the data center to the onboard charging, the EVs, and the mobile as well. So the mobile is pretty well established, with the chargers, but some of the EV stuff and the data center stuff is quite interesting in terms of when you relate that back to things like data centers and the Nvidia keynotes, and what we're seeing is the growth in AI and data center infrastructure. You can see the need for that, the wide bandgap materials for cutting some of the power consumption and bringing all of that. I mean, I bumped into people like Fraudjet, as I've interviewed in the past as well, and they're doing the MEMS-based cooling as well, which is quite interesting. But there seems to be lots to look forward to this week. And the big announcement this morning, which I haven't spoken to them, but NXP acquiring TT Tech Auto for $625 million in cash. So I'm going to talk to them a little bit later this week to talk about that as well.
Yes, and there's a whole lot on software-defined vehicles, so moving from a domain towards a zonal architecture, a lot on using Ethernet as sort of a backbone instead of your more traditional CAN and LIN bus protocols. And have you seen a lot on?
So I mean, one of our colleagues, Cyrus, he attended the Honda press conference today, and I think they've developed their own OS, and with Nvidia and various other companies, everybody's developing their own OS, their chips, and Honda have got their relationship with Renesas for the SoC. So there's all of that going on. But you know what? There's more to come this week.
Yes.
I think I could talk forever, but I think our audience would probably get bored. I do know that one of the key things, the John Deere presentation, the press conference on Sunday was quite interesting, or was it yesterday, Monday? So I think they are talking about autonomy in agriculture, in construction, industrial, and it speaks to the skilled labor shortages. And I spoke to somebody else who's setting up a fab in Austin, Samsung, and I think I covered that in E! Times before Christmas. But the talent, the skills that are needed for all of these, so there's quite a lot.
With Mike Ello, the CEO of
Siemens
EDA, and about that, specifically about sort of the future engineer and what kind of talent we're looking at for that, and how things are shifting. Where you have a lot of engineers in traditional roles retiring, and so what is the sort of future, the skill set of the younger engineers, what do they need, especially with working a lot more with AI in the design process, and using that to assist early on in design.
Coming back to John Deere, I think one of the things I think is quite interesting is the autonomous vehicles for agriculture and like quarries. I mean, they played back some amazing stats, and we may write about it in E! Times. But the thing is, it all plays to these long hours that farmers have to do, and how autonomous tractors can help achieve a lot more yield. And also in construction and industrial. But the other thing, I think, I went to the Japan JETRO presentations on Sunday, and I saw a company called Bionic M, and they were really interesting because he's an amputee, and he's developed prosthetic limbs with motorized control. So it's not just you're walking like this; you can actually do the bending and whatever. So they're making some progress, and they're trying to do things in the US. But I mean, anything final thought from you, Aalyia?
Well, I'm just seeing a lot of there's a lot of. Well, just within automotive, there's a lot of blurring between IVI and ADAS.
I think I'm seeing a lot of blurring between different market verticals, and we saw that in the CTA Tech Trends presentation. For example, smart health and smart home, it's all like blurring now. But no, you can read that on E! Times and EDN, obviously. So we'll come back to you hopefully with some more reports from this week. And that's all from me, Nitin, and
Aalyia.
Thank you.